Hello and welcome to another That's Just Joe video. My name is Joe and that's about it, but that's not about it. Today in this video we've got a new room tour video. I've done quite a few of these over the years, but I thought to wrap up 2025 I thought I'd do this little video to celebrate going into 2026 and seeing what I've got out on the collection shelf currently. But that's not just it, we're also getting a little bit of an upgrade for a certain computer setup. But we're not getting into that just yet. Stay tuned, and right now I'll take you around the room and show you what I've got. Let's get into it. And here we go, straight away as you walk into the room. We have the collection shelf and a lot of action figures covering the wall, but we'll start at the door. We have my Superman 2025 shrine almost with the Spin Master collection. Really loved this wave. Was very challenging to get actually all these figures, but I'm very happy to have the full wave of Spin Masters from Superman 2025. Fantastic Superman film. And then as we go here, we have this Star Wars comic style poster, which I absolutely adore, and Batman's first appearance, Detective Comics number 27. Now, above the Star Wars poster, we have some retro, if you want to call it that, Phantom Menace figures that I adored as a child. So I've been able to find those again as an adult and add to my collection on the wall. And then we go sort of Batman DC Mania just now. So starting with the McFarlane Keaton 89 figure, the single release. We have the Batman Returns action figure. And then we have Christopher Reeve's Superman, which I was never expecting to get, but I managed to find that on Vinted for a very good price. And then above the poster, we have, again, Spin Master, but the sort of 375-inch special edition pack. Got Affleck's Batman, Keaton, and Christian Bale in his Dark Knight costume. And then just below all this, we do have a few Funko Pops, which I've kind of stopped collecting, but I love these Batman Funko Pops, so kept those in the collection. And then on top, we've got the Lego Batwing. We've got Jack Skellington and his crew from Nightmare Before Christmas. And then this Lego cat, which my wife loves and wanted to add to my collection, so he stays there. Still hasn't got a name yet. And then on the floor at the moment, I've got a little mini black Christmas tree, which one of my cats absolutely loves tearing apart all the time. But you can also see Star Wars, a Rebel helmet, and the Mandalorian helmet. And then over here we have these big figs. These were big back in, well, big figs were big back in 2015. And I've just been collecting them from Vinted. I just thought they were a nice background piece for my videos and got them relatively cheap, but very happy with that small collection of them. And then as we go above, got even more DC, Batman, McFarlane stuff. Now most of this is the Dark Knight collection, the Dark Knight trilogy collection. We've got the Sonar Joker, got the Demon Batman. We've got Morgan Freeman, Lucius Fox, in his tux. And then below we have Bane in his awesome trench coat. And then we have the Batman Begins figure. I love this action figure, and I have it loose on the shelf as well, so I'll show you that in a bit. Bank Robber Joker. You've probably seen one of my videos where I cosplayed as this at a local Comic Con. One of my favourite scenes in the film. Then we have Anne Hathaway's Catwoman with the broken Batman mask. Then we have Jonathan Crane's Scarecrow in his suit. And Bruce Wayne unmasked in his Hong Kong skydive gear, which is pretty rad. And then below this, we have Adam West as Batman. Really nice figure. We have Robert Pattinson as the Dark Knight. And then Armoured Batman, one of the best Batman costumes in all of the films for Defo. And then we move on to this, well, quite vast collection. I mean, it doesn't look that vast, but in these boxes, there's so many action figures just stored away that I cannot possibly fit on here, but I'll break those down maybe later in the video. But starting at the top, the very top, we have Adam West in his Batmobile with Robin. You can just probably see. That's a nice little early McFarlane. I think it was McFarlane, that wave anyway. but they were slightly smaller than the figures here. But that's a nice little display piece. I've got an on-air light that doesn't turn on. And then back to Star Wars, I have the Darth Vader Black Series helmet. Very nice piece. The Stormtrooper OG Trilogy helmet, Black Series again. Got the First Order Stormtrooper helmet. I love the design of the First Order Stormtroopers, so had to get this. But I also had to pair him with Kylo Ren. Now this is actually a custom Kylo Ren helmet. This was made by someone on Etsy. It was very, very expensive. And this mouthpiece actually moves up and down, which I've said in previous room tour videos, but I can never get it to work at the moment. So one day, hopefully I will, but this is probably my favorite helmet in my collection. And then below we get to the Star Wars Black Series action figures. These haven't been out for quite a while, as in they haven't been on the shelves for quite a while. I was trying to figure out how to pose them and how to display them. So I've gone for light side and dark side. And yeah, we've got the new Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi release from Revenge of the Sith. We've got Ahsoka, Rey. We've even got Jar Jar at the back there. We've got Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. We've got some of the Force Awakens, and then the OG Trilogy crew, which I absolutely love. I'm planning to get the new Raya. Raya? Oh my god, I'm just so terrible with names. The new Leia action figure as part of this wave. Look forward to doing that. And then on the dark side, more Darth Vader, Kylo Ren. Again, big favourite Kylo Ren. And the Stranger. Love this action figure. We've also got Count Dooku, Baylan Skoll, Tarkin, Thrawn, some Stormtroopers there, the Inquisitors, and then right at the top there, we've got the Broken Mask Darth Vader and Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith. Just really, really happy with this collection, to be honest. Really happy with all this. And then below all this, we have some hardback graphic novels and comic books, which I love picking up and reading now and again. And then we've even got single issues, obviously reading the new Batman issues at the moment, literally all wedged in these magazine sort of racks. So we've got Superman, Batman, and then Marvel / Star Wars stuff. Need to organise all this, to be honest. But to the left of all this, we've even got more action figures, but let's start at the top here. Actually going to turn this light on so you can just see them, but this is the Dark Knight Trilogy tribute shelf. I love these films. It's one of my favourite trilogies. My favourite films, to be honest, I can't lie. But we have the McFarlane wave once again loose here of Batman and all the villains and foes, which is really, really cool. And then we have the Tumbler here. And here is the Batman Begins figure. Such a good figure, man. And then we even have Batman on his Batpod just around the corner. And Bruce and Lucius Fox over there. So a really, really nice wave, all of this. Again, huge fan of these films. But above, you can notice very similar looking figures, but a lot smaller. This is the Dark Knight Movie Masters wave. This is what initially came out with the film, and these were so hard to get in the UK. But over the years, I've managed to source them from eBay, Vinted, going to comic book shops and everything. And yeah, love these figures, and I've got a lot of them boxed as well. And this bat signal's from the 6-pack McFarlane of the Batman figures, but look at that, really happy with that. And then you go below that, we've got more DC. So Superman 2025, absolutely loves this film, so good, and I love these figures, really nice. And I've even got the Superman popcorn bucket at the back there. Sorry about this wire in the way, it's Christmas at the moment, so gotta represent my main man Yoda, my Santa Claus. And then we have the Batman tribute shelf as well. Again, all McFarlane, really nice figures. And then below this, we've got more Batman. This is Batman Returns, my favourite Batman film. And with it being Christmas time, we've got to display it. Got to display it. Really happy. You can check out my review of this wave on my YouTube channel. So make sure you like and subscribe. And then we have Spider-Man. Now this was starting out to be a No Way Home tribute shelf, but it turned in more to a Spider-Man franchise sort of tribute instead, as the figures kept coming out over the years. And this is an original Toy Biz Spider-Man figure that I managed to get very cheap, like a tenner, to use as the main display piece. And then I've got these plastic coverings on the front because certain cats in my house love to jump up at these and chew them. And then in all these boxes, I've basically got loose action figures and bits and bobs, DVDs. Look, there's a Batwing model in there, but that's a lot of Star Wars stuff. Just basically good storage usage. And then that's my cats. Little cubby hole that they never use. But there's their cat bed. Above that, we've got some nice posters. Superman, which I got from going to watch the film. And this came with the steelbook of the Batman. Really nice posters. And before we get to the computer, let's look at the little corner here, which is on the other side of the room. You never really see this in my videos. This is where I chill and play retro games and watch movies and TV shows. But we also have a couple of lightsabers here going back to Star Wars. We have the Excalibur of lightsabers, the Skywalker lightsaber. We have Rey Skywalker's lightsaber. Oh, that always catches me off guard. That's very good Black Series lightsaber. This is the Disney Shop one. This is a Black Series. And then we do have Kylo Ren's next to Roger the Skeleton with his Darth Maul knitted hat. Hello, Roger. But it doesn't work all the time. Oh, see? There you go. So it is a little bit busted, this Kylo Ren one. But still a great display piece. And with this on-air light, and then above it, Darth Vader and his crew in front of the Wales Millennium Centre, Cardiff. Love Cardiff. And then next to Roger, hello Roger, we've got a Marvel Infinity War style comic poster, and then we have this Daily Bugle newspaper that I got from Disneyland Paris while staying in the Marvel Hotel, which is pretty cool. And then we have this fold-out sofa, which acts as a bed mainly, but it's in sofa mode today, but this is where I chill. And then behind, we have these awesome prints of posters. So we've got the Dark Knight, Avengers, The Mandalorian, The Suicide Squad, and Joker. Very random collection there at the end, but it's because I was going to do a DCU poster collection, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit more. And then going over to the main unit, this is the TV unit and everything. So got the fire going, you know, it's Christmas. Got the tinsel. And then we have more Batman. We have the McFarlane 12-inch figure from the Flash there. Got an Arkham Funko Pop. And then behind them, we've even got the grapple gun from Batman 89, which is cool. Unfortunately, the string for this broke due to playing with it too much. But it still fires, which is pretty cool. And then behind that, we have the Batarang, which is my favourite tool of Batman's, obviously. And this one's pretty cool because it folds up, like in the film. Really, really cool piece. So yeah, little Batman shrine. But below all this, we have a, don't know if you can see it, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, a little bit of retro gaming. And there's some of the games that I own. Feel free to pause to have a look. Still need to collect loads. And then we have a VHS player for some old VHSs, which I love watching on this TV especially. Just love that sort of grainy retro feeling watching them. So thanks to my wife for buying that. And then we've got some Switch games, a Nintendo Switch. And then who's that below? But it's one of my cats, Dee Dee. Hello, Dee Dee. In her little cubby hole. She's got 2 beds there. That's for the other cat, Bo. He never uses it though. But yeah, so that's the little sort of TV retro gaming corner. And then just next to my computer, before we get to it, we have these boxes that's just more storage. And then there's a storage cupboard behind this, below the annex window. So yeah, I'm not going to get all the figures out there. But look, we do have something new. We have Peacemaker, which I'm planning to open. I'm not going to make a video on this, but I am planning to open this very soon. And then we have my McFarlane Batman 89 vehicle. which is just bloody cool. It gets really dusty, but it's really cool. And you can see Keaton in there as well. But it's probably one of my most prized possessions in my collection because I just love this Batmobile. It brings back so many memories of being a kid, loving Batman. So yeah, that's there. Okay, so now we're going on to the big one. Let's put Peacemaker next to the Batmobile, that makes sense. But this is my current computer setup. So we have a 34-inch monitor here, 24-inch monitor on the side. Got the ring light, and this is my camera I use for most of my YouTube videos, along with this tonal microphone. And then we have more figures here, but we got the Elite series of Kylo Ren Unmasked, and Darth Vader. Got this awesome Darth Maul money box that my wife found in a charity shop. It's just really cool seeing him racing on that speeder. And then this massive Darth Maul figure that I found at a car boot sale. So it's just a little shrine there. But the problem with this computer, well, this desk, overall, this look, this feel, kind of bored of it. So I want to change it. And also, you can see here, the desk kind of sticks out and blocks me from accessing this area when I want to look at my action figures and stare at them for 4 hours straight. So we are going to update this desk. Like, there's nothing really wrong with the computer or anything. It's just this setup. I'm kind of bored of the black, and it gets really dusty very easily. It's a nightmare cleaning the shelves for these figures and everything because dust is just so visible very quickly on this desk. It's slightly falling apart. It's got loads of scratches on it, marks on it. And again, just because it overhangs on that part of the wall, I just want it to kind of fit to this area. But that's not the only change we're making. Because of how close the screens are, this is a 34-inch monitor. It's like a widescreen monitor. And I think it's damaged my eyes over the years, where I've had to start wearing blue light glasses and so on. And it's just a bit too much, especially when editing or, you know, just surfing the web, as I would have called it 100 years ago. But this 24-inch monitor was nice, and I was going to get another one to go over here, so it was kind of like around me. But that's a bit too much. So what I'm actually doing is I'm getting rid of this monitor. I'm actually giving it to my sister. And then what I've done is I've gone on eBay and ordered the same monitor, and I'm just going to have 2 of those here. Good size 24-inch. Like, it is a good size. Like, it's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. A bit like Goldilocks. So I think those 2 there will be really nice. I'm going to reposition where this camera goes. The speakers are fine, the mouse is fine. I might get a little keyboard upgrade. Might ask Santa Claus, i.e. my dad. We're going to definitely get a new... Oh my God. We're definitely going to get a new worktop. That is the main, biggest change here. So you've got the computer under there. Don't look at that rubbish. That's so embarrassing. But this is a very long worktop, but it's very flimsy. Again, it's already breaking apart, especially at the back here with this massive monitor there. But I'm just happy with, I've had to pause an advert, but I'm just happy with the 24-inch, just 2 of those there. So I can just separate everything nicely. And when I stream especially, it's nice to have my Streamlabs on one screen and then the main monitor on the other. But yeah, it's just a bit of a mess. So I'm going to go for a different color as well. The Alex straws are staying. They are absolutely perfect, and they're very expensive, so they are staying. But again, I just won't have this overhanging anymore, which is handy, so I can just access that area. But overall, we are going to have a little change of the setup, so let's get into it. Well, first we need to take everything off, so I guess I'll do it.
Well, it's montage time, and this is me taking bits off the desk with the screens especially. That one was quite heavy, but as soon as they were off, we could clear everything else. And then I tested the second monitor I got from eBay, and thank God it worked. Gave it a few more little test runnings, you know, playing videos and that, just making sure it works. And then we removed the desktop. Thank God that's gone. Get it in the tip. And as you can see, the Alex straws still hang over, so we're going to readjust that so it fits the same size as the desktop that you're going to see in a minute. And yeah, it's a hell of a mess doing all this. It's a bit annoying. But here's the new desktop. Really nice wood oak effect, but much stronger than the last one. And then as soon as I got that on, we needed to put the dual mono stands on the back and then adjust the screens to put that on. This was quite difficult actually, because yeah, that's what it looked like, and then I just had to spend like half an hour readjusting, and then just had to maneuver the Alex drawers a little bit so it was all straightened up, and then clean the PC, and then didn't record anything else. So here's the final result. All right, so here is the new desk setup. Still got the old trusty chair, but here it is, guys. It is looking nice, very, very nice. So it fits to start off with. Obviously still got the Alex drawers, but this table much more stronger than the last one. Here we've got my headphones on the skull, my glasses, Xbox controller, speakers. Got a few of the action figures posing here, and as you can see, there's a light rig behind the desk, which was only about a tenner, which was nice. Still got the same old keyboard, wireless mouse, and a pad for my wrist. And then this is awesome. This is a charging station, and it works really well. So put my phone, which I've got in my hand right now, on here, magnetizers, and my Apple Watch, which is really handy, just charging my phone. I used to have cables sticking out of here and everything, but we now have the PC on top of the desktop, which is okay actually. It's taking up a little bit of room, but not too bad. And we've got my Darth Maul figure on top, standing guard, and my little light rig, and then the webcam is now in the middle. But this is great. I really love this setup. Oh, and the microphone, obviously, can't forget the mic. But yeah, really, really nice setup. Very, very happy with the final result. You enjoyed it, so it was nice to just show off the collectibles again, and obviously little desk upgrade. But yeah, really happy with the final result of this. Very comfortable indeed, and look forward to making more videos for YouTube, TikTok, and going live hopefully soon, fingers crossed. Just trying to get all that sorted and pick a good date when we get loads of nerdy news, I guess, so we have something to talk about. But hope you enjoyed the room tour video and the desk upgrade video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my collectibles and the desk, and make sure you like the video, it really helps me out, and subscribe to the channel for more videos from me, That's Just Joe. Take care, bye bye.